Hi guys, happy Sunday. First of all, some charity related news for you all. The art auction is going stupendously well. It's now on eBay, so we can put some links for that hopefully.
Yeah.
Thus far it's raised around £1,500.
I think it's about 13.
About £1,300, which is obviously a really great contribution. And thank you again to Cressida for organising that, our esteemed chairperson. So that's fantastic. Also, if there are any sixth formers from Cardinal Newman College watching these videos, or watching this video in particular, I spoke to you obviously during the open mic on Friday, and thank you again for your contribution, which is over £100. So thank you for that. That's obviously massively appreciated, and I know you've all been very supportive of our work.
And I think probably a lot that are now in year 12 met Charlotte when you were in year 10, I believe, because she did some work at the school.
Yes.
On Activities Week.
She came in and spoke about her cancer.
Yeah, with somebody called Ryan, who was also speaking about his cancer.
Yes.
Just to sort of briefly update you, we're hoping Christmas Day will probably have a quiet day, I think, and we're going to walk over to the Downs, which is about 4 miles, I think, and take a bottle of champagne with us and just sit with Charlotte for a bit, and hopefully it won't rain, and then come back. And we used to always open our presents in the morning because Charlotte would get everybody up at the crack of dawn or as early as possible. So this year we don't actually have to do that.
No.
Mars will still have a stocking, and
but I
break
think
with tradition. You're going to open your presents in the afternoon.
Yeah, we've elected to stay at Christmas. I know a lot of people were kind of not anticipating, but wondering whether we were going to go away just to maybe dislocate ourselves from the obvious difficulties which will be celebrating Christmas, just the three of us. But as I said to you, I think this is important generally for people who, for whatever reason, find Christmas a traumatic or difficult time, is that if you run once, you're going to run again next year, and the year after, and the year after. So I think it's important to stay for that first year and just get it out of the way, because you don't want to set a precedent by which you're just escaping Christmas every year, because you'll never learn to get back to appreciating the day, I suppose.
Yeah, it's we've had a long chat with Mars about the tree and stuff, because last year Charlotte actually bought the tree herself and she bought all the decorations, so that is very, very painful. But I've said, well, even if we can just manage just to get it up for the day, we'll try and do that. The house is in a mess at the moment because we're having a bit of work done, but
Yes.
we'll maybe do that.
Yeah, and as you can see, my Father Christmas and or Santa Claus impression is going well at the moment. It just needs to be dyed white, and we'll probably get there by Boxing Day. I think you want to say a bit.
I'll just say a bit more about Charlotte's story and where we've got to, and yeah. So last week I talked about the diagnosis of the glioblastoma. I'll just sort of cover up to the beginning of December. After the diagnosis, it was quite tough. It was very tough, and she started getting a lot more pain and was back on morphine again for a bit, and on and off the steroids, and the steroids were making her weight increase dramatically. And then she came off the steroids, and she was so excited about that because she thought that she would sort of get her figure back fairly quickly, because it does take a little while, but you do get back to your normal weight. But whatever she seemed to eat, if she ate nothing, she was still putting on weight. And we went up to the Marsden, and our consultant thought maybe that it could be water retention. He was surprised that she wasn't losing any weight. And I remember the afternoon that we went up there and she had a scan for water retention. And she was so hoping that's what it was, because then they could just give her some pills and that would lose the weight. But it wasn't water retention. I remember her lying down when she was having the ultrasound, just crying because she so much wanted it to be that. And then our consultant said that the tumour was possibly now sort of getting near the hypothalamus gland, which controls your weight. So he could put her on some medication, and obviously she had to watch what she was eating. And obviously as things progressed, we know that there was no way that she was ever going to lose any weight. Her walking became quite unsteady, and by the beginning of December, I mean, she couldn't go anywhere on her own. I remember we went into town, and 1st of December, it was the last film we ever saw together, and we walked across the car park in Brighton, and she fell over, and it was almost as though she was drunk, and some people got out of the car to help her, and I said, she's not drunk, she's got a brain tumour. They were absolutely horrified. And she had to use these ski sticks, and I think she did a video about them, and she was just so clumsy with it all. And I just find it very difficult to accept that somebody who just looked so absolutely wonderful, and she said she did still in my eyes look wonderful, but she was just so unhappy, and the tumour was obviously starting to overtake her. Everything was just becoming so difficult. They are very difficult, these videos to do, but I'm going to persevere with them because I do want people to know how awful glioblastoma is and what it does to somebody. Next week I'll just cover up to, I'll do some of December and our last Christmas with her last year. And as I think I said to people before, in her casket went her Christmas stocking, because I couldn't bear to have that out this year, and she loved it so much, so I thought it was right that it went with her. It is it's a very difficult time of year, and I know that my friend Amanda and Goulet, I know, are really finding it very tricky as well. Thank you for watching these videos. Sorry there wasn't really much to say here, and I will catch up next week. Thank you.